Welcome, this is TorNis, and I bring you another exclusive YouTube review, in-depth review, for the game that just recently came out in full version, Terminus Zombie Survivors. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm doing, generally speaking, YouTube exclusive videos in one take, recording in OBS, so I don't have any post-editing or other things like that, so I will be trying to do it live here locally. And my best capabilities, so there will be ups and downs, of course, of that. All right, moving on. So, what is Terminus Zombie Survivors? It's a 2D survival roguelike with K, not T, not roguelite, but roguelike. And the reason I say that because this game leans towards the more traditional roguelikes. It doesn't necessarily mean ASCII or anything like that, but it just the ideology of this game is to permadeath, yeah, and this is the more important. And the meta progression in this game falls into the kind of like a soft category of it, rather than actual one, which generally determines the subgenre of roguelites. So just to clear the confusion, yeah. So why this game? I'm very usually picky what to select for reviews or streams. Usually when I'm selecting something, it's like, wow, it's gotta be. Well, it is. It is. I really want to help this game even grow further, and this was definitely one of my motivations to do this video. So you probably saw in my previous videos, I actually covered this game in early access before a couple of years ago. So I marked as a hidden gem. Well, back then it was definitely a hidden gem, and I started playing this game when it was like 50 reviews on Steam, and look at what happened now. So for the record, look at the launch here, it spiked. Currently the game is sitting at 96 positive review rating, and more than 1,500 reviews. So yeah, you can kind of say it's not even a hidden gem anymore, but yeah, it still needs, you know, more eyes, so to speak. You know, not that many streamers know about it, or YouTubers. So, and yeah, congratulations, by the way, to developers. Just as I'm recording this right now, 1,000 concurrent Steam players crossed the mark for this title, which is actually crazy if you think about it, for this genre, for this niche and everything. And not that there's not like almost no marketing for this game. So yeah, and it's a really impressive number. And yeah, I'm gonna quickly show you credits here. This game is created mostly by one person, though there's obviously others who are helping out, but this is the person. So this project was called like a solo project for the most part, and I will use Google Translate here.
Shin In-geon.
Shin In-geon, I hope that's correct pronunciation. I applaud you. Thank you so much for developing and sticking to this project, and sticking to your guns instead of listening to some like vocal minor complainers and all that stuff. So you created your vision, created a great product, and with your resources, your budget, and this is incredible. Indeed. So back then, while we're in topic of the developers and in general the success story of this game, so let me show you quickly another thing that's kind of like a flex, I guess, my personal flex, but here's the story. When I started playing this game, I usually try to do a QA, feedback to developer if possible, if they're communicative. There's of course developers who don't care for that and they not communicate at all, but not in this case. Developer is very communicative through the Steam forums and Discords and what's not, yeah, and Korean platforms, I assume, too. So what happened? This game actually was called Terminus before, which was catastrophically fatal mistake. So why? There was already 4 different games in the past named Terminus. and which can create a very simple, it's like a 2+2 logic. It's going to create a lot of issues with marketing, the search algorithm. So, you know, you're going to start Googling the name and there's going to be a mess. You know, it's called SEO, search engine optimization, yeah. So I was like, okay, screw the balance, screw the other feedback for the time being, yeah. I'm just like, I started communicating, try to reach out to dev and please change the name or something. This is gonna kill the game. It's already actually doing that. And this is what happened here. Let me show you. There we go. You can actually find it in the game's Steam's news section. This is a screenshot. So meanwhile, I'm not, unfortunately, I guess, in the credits of the game. But nonetheless, the developer is very grateful for what I done, of course, in terms of my feedback, and of course, most importantly, game name changed, as you can see here. You can pause the video to read through this whole thing. So again, I'm not like downplaying this. This is a very important thing that happened to the game, and who knows what otherwise would you know, happen with how it's gonna grow or visible. Like, it's just, it would remain hidden gem, yeah, pretty much. And that would be a shame, because I already knew the potential of this game 2 years ago, and you know, really wanted to help out. But yeah, so unlike my other reviews, where generally I have to be careful about like not spoiling things and, you know, be careful about story and other things, in this game we probably just can go right into the gameplay, the thing that you guys want to see, of course. And of course there will be a big presentation of gameplay, explanations of systems, and just gonna generally talk about the game flow, the flow of the game. So before we do that, though, I want to answer the question, how long is the runs of the game, because that's what consumers want to generally know. The first run is probably going to take you longer due to the learnings part of the game, but from reading other reviewers and my personal experience, again, I'm a streamer, so I have inflated numbers, that being said, but when I play offline or other things, talking to my community members, yeah, I came out to pretty good statistics. So if you're gonna go for a quote-unquote default ending for the game to survive with the Terminus ending, you're gonna spend 2-3 hours on average. Of course, that doesn't count deaths. Well, there's a permadeath, and then there's no permadeath mode too. So again, I don't know. The no permadeath does not exist for me, so I don't know. Maybe it's gonna extend the time climb. But yeah, it's like generally 2-3 hours. That being said, the game got plenty other challenges and reasons for you to extend the game run further, and we're gonna show you in a different section later in the video, like in replayability and scope of the content of the game. There's gonna be timestamps for everything, so you can jump ahead or reverse whenever you want to check out the sections of the video. Yeah, that was about how long the run is. They added a lot of new contents for the full version of the game. I even personally haven't even seen some stuff. This is the beauty of the game. You can play a lot, and you're gonna still learn something new about the game in terms of mechanics or item functions. Like you physically will not be able to even, like, you play first couple times, let's say, and even complete them, and you will not find all items in a game easily, because they're random and there's plenty of them. It's like proper roguelike, you know, plenty pool of items, and there's also items that are not available normally because you have to first learn recipes for them, which is part of the process of gameplay. So plenty cool things to discover, and even like yesterday when I streamed this game, I discovered several important things, quite a bit. I'll show you, of course, them, very useful tips. When it comes to arts, music, and all that stuff, usually I mention it, but the music in this game is going to be atmospheric, ambience. It's not going to be like some kind of JRPG or action game combat. It's not like cozy morph or chrono arc here, some epic music. It's gonna be... this game tries to balance between simulation, realism, and video game aspects. So the Terminus is a good balance between like this super nerdy kind of simulation mechanics of the real life versus actually being enjoyable a video game and with those elements that makes it really fun. And which this is actually one of the key strong elements about the game, I would say. So when I was learning the game and playing it through first couple of runs, I was actually impressed constantly. Like, developer didn't need to implement a lot of the mechanics from real life into this game to make it even like more engaging, and like he didn't need to do all these like nuances, the item like tools features, using tools in specific way, using craft items in specific way, barricading your doors, the windows, and other survival things, like traps. So many gameplay elements. The developer didn't need to really add them all, but it's a nice bonus, and I was constantly impressed that the kind of like elements of real life are leaking into this game, and it's like you would just use common sense and it makes sense. Even if the game does not even explain in tutorials or whatever, you can just use your common sense to expect how to create fire, how to not get cold, how to get some emergency food and stuff like that. You can use the common sense and it will work within the game. So this is very nice. I managed to catch myself multiple times on that regard. Also people compare this game to games like Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, and Project Zomboid, obviously. I know those games, but I haven't played them, so I cannot really... I'm not certified to make some kind of objective or subjective comparison and opinions about it. I seen Cataclysm, it's more like ASCII, kind of like retro style thing, without especially mods. But a lot of people like Cataclysm, it seems like. I cannot really say much about it. I can compare to other roguelikes with K, the proper traditional roguelikes, and Project Zomboid, I would say it's a different game still than this one. I've seen many YouTubers and streamers play it. It's definitely on different scope, I would say. All right, so I can show you the gameplay scopes and all that, but let's just start with the gameplay presentation, and I'll explain. There's some systems like the achievements. It's a brand new system, by the way. Check it out. I haven't even died, apparently. There's achievements, and I haven't even got one for die for the first time. Man, I need to do that. It's experience. So what is this experience thing? This is what I call personally soft meta progression that this game features. And I'll once we start a new game, I will be able to explain that also. So the game have these achievements, and achievements are bounded by the amount of experience you get. The harder achievements, the more experience, and harder endings, harder things, challenges, and very crazy things actually here if you read through them. Very cool. And there's also game clear experience. So eventually, like, I guess you can divide by 5 here, and I don't know if actually I think this experience, how many points total? It's based on how much actually you score you got per win, I think. So if you want to maximize score, I'll show you here my survival history. This is like a pretty cool screen. How many survivors total I use. I hopefully this goes beyond 99, by the way. I hope so. This is like all the classes in a game, occupations. There's endings, 6 endings. By the way, a long time ago there was only 1 ending, so... And yes, I am aware of all these endings. I just physically haven't been able to complete them because they're harder actually, and it takes more time. But I know the context behind these endings, so don't worry. And you can see, I think the score, so this is what's important. So if you want to actually get more experience, you need to play on a hard difficulties and permadeath, so you get more high score. And here, that makes sense. I played different scenarios, the different the characters, and the difficulties, trying to experiment. Yeah, good stuff. I can explain the endings a bit later. So what it means is that the more you play the game and the more you win, especially the high difficulty ones, the more experience you're going to accumulate here. Let's just, for example, say my camera blocks, I think, here, but to get level up here to level 10, I need 580 experience. I have currently 282, so yeah, it's pretty fast right now. Also, if you're wondering why I have such a relatively low level, well, because I and comparing to my total hours of playtime, it's because I'm a streamer. I, talk and communicate and explain things. So basically, I'm doing a lot of things just like I'm doing right now, explaining once again from beginning everything, yeah. And also the learning curve on stream is different than playing yourself, right? All right, now we'll look at this menu. We can also go through settings here. You can change mile, kilometer, Celsius. There's going to be a lot of survival information, which is good. Yeah, I don't think there's anything crazy here in settings and large text. Yeah, that's just useful stuff. Let's go to the new game screen, and this is where you, well, at the start of the game, I think you only have access to the couple classes, and then you need to win a couple times, and then you unlock the rest. Fear not, the starting classes that are soldier, firefighter, police officer, they're nuts. Like, they're designed to be unga bunga free win kind of thing, because their perks, stats, and really, they're designed to be, well, you can, like, imagine soldier, firefighter, and police officer not surviving in the zombie apocalypse setting. There's many others. Some of them I would even call very challenging. The classes, aka occupations, like either handicaps. There's handicaps on the stats, which are important, and not every class gets the perks or action. You have to read through them what they get, because some get like starting item, and yeah, you have to read through the things. Well, if you're playing this type of game, you're probably gonna be reading through quite a bit. It's important. Anyway, so what's this soft meta progression, right? So this game have this system of traits, which is kind of similar to I would personally call it like Master of Orion 2, if you know this game, but my viewers told me that Project Zomboid also have something like that. So you have the available points, and these are points based on your level of profile. So a lot of these perks are relatively, like, not useful at all. Again, you have to know about it. You have to play and win a couple times to know about it, because, for example, you might not know that morale stat is not exactly that useful, unlike others. So some of these perks designed for the helping you with morale, there could be easily skipped. Again, a very big list. I could make a separate, like, a video for this, or some section, yeah, to rank all the perks. I will just say this much: if you reach level 16, I recommend personally getting this. Is currently I think one of the strongest, most beneficial perks in a game. If you want to make your life easier, just satiety reduction is reduced by half. So normally it's 1, but it's going to be half. The reason why it's so crazy is because objectively speaking, when it comes to survivability, there's of course many parameters. Once I start the run, I'll show you, but the most important is satiety, aka food, and getting food and producing food is, well, the hardest. So this is logically, this skill trait is high value, and it's permanent for the entire game, unlike, let's say, so the last here is like Veteran 2, for example. You might think this is OP. You start with occupation unique perk level 3. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, it's cool that you get, but effectively it's like 2 levels, and you can get levels, you can grow them like as much as you like if you survive. So that's not, you can get 2 unique level perks in 2 levels. So that thing, it just kickstarts the start, yeah, but nothing else. This is like nothing compared to the power of the Light Ether perk that I showed. And there's similar perks. There's incredibly strong perks here when it comes to a range of 10 plus points. The smaller ones obviously weaker. Some of them were nerfed, yeah, definitely because of players like us, yeah. By the way, fun fact: the doctor, the occupation, the developer kind of missed the mark on this. But so look at what this character have. It got the unique perk, First Aider. It heals you, which is cool, and it got a cooldown 8, which is a nerf. But before you could spam this infinitely. So with the cooldown, yeah, cooldown was less. And what it meant is that you can basically ignore every mechanic of the game, like hungry and everything that decreases your HP, and you're dying. If you have no more attributes to survive, yeah, generally speaking, you're losing HP, and that it's hard to restore resource normally. But and that's your lose condition. But with this, you can just spam HP back, and that was obviously a very simple loop of infinite abuse. So you can blame me and other players and my viewers for sure. Shout out to Briscoe, by the way, who playtested a lot with me together. But yeah, some of the things are obviously changed for the better. Obviously, I'm very happy about it. It's a lot of fun, different occupations. I can talk more about them, but right now I just want to dive into the game. I just take the soldier. That's probably the first class you guys gonna play with, and I'll just take a deep sleep. Kind of recommend deep sleep. It's a solid. It was also nerfed, but very solid, actually helpful thing. And let's see what we've got here. Morale. Yeah, it's all morale related stuff. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. So yeah, the system, the reason I mentioned Master of Orion is because if you remember that game, there's the big list of perks and expensive or cheaper ones, and they augment huge bonuses for your civilization, yeah? A galactic space civilization. And you can also take the negative perks to have a slight penalty to yourself in order to get more points. And you can that was a fun thing about creating custom race build. So I assume, yeah, when people said to me in the chat, Project Zomboid had something similar, why not? Cool. Again, I'm not familiar with the game in terms of direct comparison. Alright, so next thing, once you decide the perks, if you have the points, the next you need to decide the stats, and this is definitely important, so definitely read them here. 5, it's kind of like Fallout stats in a way, very, very important. You can only get like maximum 5. Actually, I'm not sure if you can get above 5, I'm not sure. Yeah, one moment, where's my... I don't to try to make this video very long, but again, I'm trying to explain things, and again, I said it's in-depth review, so it's not going to be like super fast edited thing, or yeah, I'm doing this live, yeah, as you see. So this character is great starter because it got strength. Strength is, in my opinion, one of the best stats to carry about, because a lot of it's a roguelike. You're gonna be a rat mule, pack mule. You're gonna be collecting everything. You need everything if you possible, and this stat directly influences the inventory weight and move AP. Oh, I should have mentioned it earlier at the video, but yeah, one of the unique thing. There's one unique thing about this game, I would say, that is, well, it's not necessarily super unique thing. Yeah, like why people want to buy this game, unlike I guess others of the genre. Yeah, I usually have this segment where I talk about it. Well, I will, I guess, say it once we load the map, yeah, and start the game. So yeah, the health determines how much AP you recover per turn, and you already can guess that this game system is pretty interesting with AP. Visibility of your character during day, and if you max it out, you can also do there's a little bit bonus per night, but again, be mindful, it's very hard to... For example, most characters get only 3 extra points, and this character also starts with on average extra point. As you go forward, the classes will have less. For example, Pastor, yeah, the the Bible pray person here, he got he got only 4 stat points and extra points, so total 8. It's very low compared to many other classes. So again, there's some challenges, and to be sure, imagine playing with a challenge occupation on top of the taking a harder difficulty, and on top of the taking harder ending instead of the easy Terminus ending and stuff like that. Yeah, again, I will cover that later in a segment of replayability and the content scope of the game. Combat is how much damage you do, which is also very important in this game. So that's why Unga Bunga Firefighter, Police, Soldier, they have a pretty good the combat, as you can see. Agility is move AP decrease penalty, and the avoid attack, which is dodge, and I would rather not rely on dodge if I were you. But some character occupation like martial artists definitely can take advantage of dodge, and yeah, there's some cool builds for that. Dexterity is also important stat for crafting, but game is totally playable without most crafting. You need to craft obviously very basic stuff, yeah, like bandages to survive and a few other things, but you don't really need to worry about it. Yeah, so you will have the poor quality, poor whatever, it's still playable. You don't have to pump stats here. Also, here's a fun fact. Look at this. Most starting characters occupations, 0 dexterity, 1 dexterity, 0 dexterity, 0 dexterity, 0 dexterity, 0 dexterity. Well, you can put student points here. It's a cool the occupation where you have it's like a human in D&D games. You can put like points everywhere and balance them out, and they also get a bunch of other potential bonuses for reading, but yeah, more on that later. So again, dexterity 1, dexterity 1, dexterity 0. The first character that gets dexterity is Chef. Dexterity 1, dexterity 4, Doctor, which got only 7 points, 10 total with extra. And the best character with is Engineer for that, which is obvious. Yeah, he's like makes sense. But this character got almost 0. Oh, wow, that's 6 points plus 3. Oh my god, that's... Well, the Mr. Handyman craft. I will show you craft and mechanics about it too, but yeah, this stat is, as you can see, most characters didn't have it. You don't have to worry about it. Alright. Next is difficulty settings. Permadeath, obviously, there's no shame or anything, like we're not shaming. But if you watch my content, you know who I am. Permadeath, obviously always on, and the hardest difficulties and all that. That being said, I actually don't recommend playing on the Apocalypse because, well, first of all, I believe this was not even implemented in the game. Like, I think when I played Early Access, there was only normal, like, difficulty. That's why yesterday I streamed the game and I won my first win on the hard, which, again, wasn't that bad, actually. The only thing that kind of scares me here is that resources are extremely scarce, it says. But again, once you play the game several times, you could probably start tackling Apocalypses and just see, especially without a degen, some hardcore occupation challenge. Like Apocalypses and rushing Terminus should be fine, I think, yeah. And yeah, you get more scores, so you have motivation for that. For the showcase purposes, I don't care about difficulty here at all. I should probably do normal, because most people who are going to watch this video most likely going to start with normal. There's also staff scenarios, which is pretty cool. I played these two. So this is the default scenario called Sanctuary. Then there's a scenario which it's basically augments the map a bit. You have some minor bonuses and severe penalties to some elements of the game here. You can pause the video and read them if you want to. Well, this is pretty obvious. Dangerous places tripled, so it's an extremely dangerous location for zombies. I'll show you. Frozen zombies, it's a winter challenge, a very hard challenge with temperature problems. But if you're not even satisfied with those scenarios, the game features Sandbox settings, which you can enable, and you can also select presets, which is a cool feature, by the way. Thanks, developer, for those who care. And here you can effectively control every slider in a game for your liking. If you're fishing for achievements, which I showed earlier. There's some really crazy hard challenges. I wouldn't recommend doing them on a hard difficulty permadeath. Yeah, you can. There's no restrictions on like play. You can play on easy, maybe even sandbox settings to cheat or whatever. Yeah, help you out here a little bit if you want to. So again, if you wanted to get that easy experience, don't feel bad about it. But if you want even more out of the game or some really crazy rule setup like turn time scale, and for default is 1 hour, but you can for some reason make it more. And yeah, it's a very important mechanic. So you gotta be also careful about changing some things here. But yeah, I'm not personally. I have different motivations when I play these type of games, so I'm not really like a sandbox slider type of guy. But I know that there's plenty who do like that, and I think the reason why this game actually got so many reviews and it's 1,000 concurrent players on Steam right now in a peak, I think it's mostly a word of mouth from the hardcore players, those who like these. Simulation, zombies, apocalypse, survival games, or some kind of and roguelikes, the combination of that too. So I'm probably sure, like Project Zomboid people leaked here, RimWorld people leaked here, just in general who enjoy games of roguelike genre with K, not the T, because roguelite is a very, very different genre these days, yeah. Alright, and on that note, I think we can... So let's see, I disable that, yeah. Just want to normal, yeah, let's go. Again, just a demonstration here on purposes. And here we go. I'm gonna timestamp all the features that I'm gonna be talking about, yeah. So let me start now with something I should have mentioned at the start of the video, but again, I am not gonna be editing this one take only, so... Let's say this now. The unique thing about this game and why I got drawn into this initially and was super excited about it. Most games of roguelike genre are turn-based. Either like you have like one action and then you move and then enemies move. Or you have, let's say, kind of like Quasimorph or the Swords of Stars the Pit game, where you have, let's say, 2 or 3 actions per turn, and enemies have different... enemies has 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the balance and configurations of enemies are. So, and then once everybody made their turn, the turn passes to player, yeah? There's some games of there's of course the Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, the Tale of Majel, that they have their own also systems. But the reason I'm mentioning this, I am gonna now present you what is this game's AP system. Let's go. So this is the screen of interface. You can see various parameters. I probably should quickly show most of them. So first of all, the game is you playable within these small sectors by how many tiles? I think 10. Actually, wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. By 3, 6. 11 by 11 tiles, apparently, unless I miscalculated. So you have these squares, and these are the sectors of the game. And I will show the map here. This is my current location. By the way, let me show the actual, the proper, I guess, full map or something. I have examples. So this is, I'm currently in one sector of the game. The game features of this kind of square map that is like a map of the city, and as you explore, you see these connections, and you can get a lot of information beforehand. You get some kind of guidebooks and pamphlets of information, or you can just scout yourself. So there's various types of places, yeah, but I will show about that later, yeah. Just the scope of the game, of the run, and everything is randomized, yeah. Everything is randomized. It's fantastic. So let's see. There we go. And I started in the corner, I expected. So Terminus, Terminus is always at the top of the map, somewhere here, and you can locate it by finding a radio, a signal, a working radio, or you can repair it, or you can just not bother with it and just try to get it yourself without radio. But most likely you'll manage to find one eventually, especially if you go to the locations like electronic stores and what's not. So I don't have tutorials anymore, but once you buy the game, you'll have the tutorials. There'll be some useful, but they're not enough tutorials, I would say. And because I had the early access and now full version, some of the tutorials I haven't actually even seen, and like there's going to be mechanic later, I'll show you that is very important, but I personally had no idea about it because there was no tutorial for me on the stream, but yeah. So the AP system, yeah, I got sidetracked. I showed you the map. So instead of the classic 1-2 actions turn, we get the default limit of AP is 20. And what that means is that you can do anything you want in the one turn within this AP as a player. So you can see moving my cursor, there's how much you move. If you move further, somewhere you get safe AP. So it's important to try to move in like large distances if possible. So you start like this, you have zombie apocalypses, obviously you can expect energy is down, the refrigerator is going to be, the food is going to be getting from fresh to stale and then rotten, so you gotta be quick. That time actually makes sense here. You start the game relatively closer to autumn or something like that, so the temperatures go slowly down as you play the game. In terms of days, yeah, in game here, most runs, yeah, you can complete them in 5 days, 10 days, and of course, for the Terminus ending, if you're doing some more challenging endings, it's gonna probably take longer, and there are also just achievements to survive 30, 50, 100 days and stuff like that, more even, you can make personal challenges. So the game uses temperature mechanic, hotkey T, to display temperature inside places. Each tile have its own temperature. Your character have temperature also. But yeah, there's just too many things to show. But yeah, so AP system, yeah. You start the game, you gotta explore your starting area. 2 AP to usually scout something, and of course you get random items. Every run is unique, and well, I will see what I get here. We got soldier, we got some weapons. You don't have to equip weapons, they're automatically used in combat. A lot of items in the game have possible actions. Read every item in the game once you find it for the first time. There's not that many items in the game, but it's really important to know the properties of those. And so, for example, with the knife we can butcher. It's a unique action, and this is a contextual and cool thing that the more items you find, and the more you can connect pieces, how to utilize them in a real life like logic to try to use that in a video game here. We can equip this not armor, but well, technically it is armor, but it's clothing. Yeah, protects us a bit. So there's this durability and quality, condition, overcumbrance, encumbrance, excuse me, weight, importance, obviously parameters, but again, this game is not super nerdy in terms of numbers and that. Don't be scared. Again, it's not a super simulation kind of game. And I personally like that because again, I know there's a huge demand and player base for the very, very nerdy, realistic simulation games, but again, personally, I prefer something less invasive and more like a video game, yeah, if you will. All right, so scouting, everything costs 2 AP. You just scout here, and oh, there we go, book. So books in this game, there are books, pamphlets, and various items. You can read them, which is a lot of AP. You can see 340 total pages, and how much your read speed here determines by some abilities and parameters. But yeah, if you read fully the book, you will get ability, and there's also 5 ranks of each survival ability, so it's a pretty cool system where you can level up and run and get very strong. Effectively, Outside of unique traits that each character have, almost unique stats, unique starting things that when you on a select screen there, you usually have some perk and trait and stuff like that. And on top of the traits that you selected. So how do you level up in this game? Simple. You just spend AP and you level up. Experience conversion rate. I guess there's some bonuses to experience. Yeah, I think there's a skill that increases that conversion rate too. There's an icons for skills here. So mine is just melee damage. There's my stats here, how much move AP. I currently have a bonus because of agility. Temperature of my body. The like plus and so the average of, I mean, the temperature of my body, that's not correct. I mean, my body should be 36.6, yeah, but it's like, what is temperature I'm experiencing, yeah, so, which is the temperature of what I'm standing around plus my clothing, basically. Defense, water resistance, fire resistance, visibility, attack power, dodge rate, reading speed, crafting speed, alcohol, medical strength. So, other stats here. HP, the most important thing, if that's your lose condition. Restored when satiety hydration is high, decreased when low. If you're bitten by a zombie, you'll die regardless of your HP. Yeah, that's a mechanic of the game. Don't one bite and you are dead. But it's not that, like, there's a, don't be scared. In order to be bitten by a zombie, you gotta be first having a status bleeding. So yeah, satiety is food, hydration is water, energy is your energy level. This determines when you need to sleep. And morale is your mental health status. Okay, so I'm gonna be here brutally honest. Pro tip: morale, especially like in I mean, even if it's slow, it's not even gonna be that bad of a penalty. Basically, morale is the easiest thing to recover. You don't have to worry about these special, like, cigarettes, alcohol, whatever, coffee items that the game is pushing you at the start, I guess, for the trades. There's so many sources of easy morale, like the novels, Bible, the various items in general, the consumables you can find. So morale is non-issue. Energy is obviously sleep issue, and the hydration is water, so fresh water and food. Satiety is the direct your fullness calories, and that is the usually could be easily your game over condition. Anything else I need to show here? Crafting screen. There's a list of default crafting recipes. There's a character that starts with all I think engineer starts with every the recipe already unlocked. Otherwise, you have to learn them through the run. Again, if you're rushing through the game by default ending, Terminus ending, you probably will not even learn a single special recipe unless you're reading the book and delaying yourself. Again, if you're delaying yourself by getting into... It's going to get colder, more zombies there, and be ready that the game is going to get harder. So again, like if you're aiming at Terminus ending, you need to keep going forward instead of slowing yourself down, yeah, for like spending time in a book reading for skills. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool items here. Most importantly, bandage, so because that connects to the bleeding mechanic, which I explained before. Makeshift knives from glass, from bone, from stone, from the metal or scrap. Very useful armor too. They can block one attack from a zombie. Tape, if you find tape and use it definitely for the book, it's a free armor. Very cool. You can make also stone axe and stone hammer, really nice, but stones sometimes you can stones are just lying on the ground sometimes, yeah. What else I can recommend here? Primitive fire starter if you're desperate for fire creation tool, obviously useful. But you can play the game without even starting fire. Also, if you start fire at night, zombies are going to be aggroed, so I think the game warns you. makeshift, some clothing bag, blanket, the traps, flags, and god punch. Cool stuff. You'll read through it. But yeah, there's definitely some very important things. Yeah, bandage, the knives, I guess if you have nothing. And when it comes to how to make all these items, well, generally speaking, there's a survival currency in the game. There's a planks like this. You can pick up. We have one plank. You can destroy. You can use this plank as a weapon, which does quite a bit. But you can also use this. You see the hammer thing. Read description of all items. But if you go to the crafting menu, you cannot see it otherwise. If you craft, then there's this dismantling AP, 1 AP. Then it results 2 sticks. So planks are basically like a resource for sticks. Sticks are used for most items in the screen. Combination with threads. Threads comes from rags. Rags comes from any clothing or killing any zombie. Guarantee drops rags for the convenience. Oh, there we go. There's those. Oh, nice. We've got a bags. Bags are they help you to reduce. Oh, it's a shoulder bag, so we're gonna be a rare light right now. Stack the bags. You can stack 2 shoulder bags, one backpack, and 2 belt bags, like fanny packs. Take advantage of those. Don't miss out on that opportunity. You can right-click and equip them, and it's very useful. It saves you AP troubles and many other things. Alright, so once you're low on AP, I recommend just so generally speaking, normally you get like 10, 11, it depends on the stat, yeah, their HP. So just press N a turn, because if you're exhausted completely from AP, you're vulnerable to surprise zombie, yeah, which we don't know. I don't have ability to scan the sector here right now. Like the security guards got the special ability to hear zombies. So there could be zombie 1 or 2 on the sector at the start. Okay, I can listen to sounds and if we can hear them. So we started, so the day at, well, autumn or summer or whatever, the sunrise is at 6 a.m. and sunset is 20. So this is the mechanics of day and night. Later, as you play the game later, the day is going to be shorter and nights are longer, so it's dangerous. The difference is that during daytime, the aggro of zombies is chill. Well, again, there's a help here, by the way. Basic controls, zombies, behaviors, and locations in the game. That unfortunately, this help menu, while it's really useful, by the way, they released the game in full version, and unfortunately, in my opinion, it misses quite a bit of some extra advanced mechanics and information about maybe tools, items, and what you can do with them. Like you cannot actually find in this place how to create fire, but I guess there's no explanation how to create fire, which how to cook, how to like take advantage of other things with fire. Yeah. Yeah, it's could improve for sure. This is actually one of my probably complaint about the game, the documentation of information. So online, Discord, a wiki, that doesn't matter. The game is getting some nice community, nice amount of players, but even outside of that, like this help menu could definitely be improved with more information. Maybe that's what the developer is gonna add post launch, yeah. But you know, it does show you every location tile of what kind of tiles you can get on the map. Yeah, some basic information about zombies, which is important for understanding how that works. I will show you actually in practice how you can take advantage of that zombie information and basic controls, and that's it. No advanced controls, no other. There's no tutorial explanation for generators, the cars, some more complicated mechanics. Like I understand endings are fine because like once you play the game, you will see the clues about endings. Like for example, how to create a vaccine or how to escape by the boat. You have to obviously find a boat location and prepare to escape the boat. Well, it's really fun to discover those. I will not, I guess, tell you all details about those endings. One of the reasons to replay this game for sure. So, yeah, let's see. This is probably outside, yeah. Oh, there goes zombie. But the starting zombies generally are slow. So, we do have a weapon, yeah. I'll go outside. So this is the menu of combat. Let me explain the combat system now. So you have different weapons. All of them are displayed here, and you need to select one before you do attack. Don't worry, there's no, like, it's turn-based, yeah. In fact, zombies will not do anything. It's your turn. You have, like, 20 AP if it's maxed out, yeah. So as long as you have AP, nothing will hurt you, yeah. And you can even, with adrenaline shots and a few other items, energy drinks, you can even create more AP. So how's the system of zombies works? There's three parts: a leg, a body, and head. Each had its own thing. Each weapon have its own bonuses to different body parts, and there's a roll of head attacks that damages 50% more damage condition loss for your weapon, which is important. So you don't like sometimes you want to try to like min-maxing how much it tells you how much damage you're probably gonna do. You want to try to kill zombies without losing your precious items durability too much if possible. But once it's only relevant when you have too many items to choose from, of course. So if you kill the head, it's insta kill on a zombie. If you kill the body, they will be less powerful. They will also lose arms, so they cannot grab you and like grab you and lock you in a place. Yeah. Legs, if you destroy them, they will be crawling effectively, yeah, and they will be weakened. If you kill both body and a leg, on the other hand, something cool will, well, logically you expect the head is gonna be still alive, yeah, and it's gonna be not moving, not rolling, yeah, it's gonna block the path, for example, so you cannot go through it. But and you cannot sleep if there's still a head around, but there's ways to deal with that too. For the time being, yeah. So this knife that I have, fighting knife, it's I think it's my starting item actually. It's perfect for head attack. So you can use plank to smack it too. It's good damage. My character got a very powerful attack power bonus and combat instincts. So yeah, we can just do like that. Plank is down. One plank, one hit, and it's down, right? And the zombie sometimes drops cool stuff, but generally speaking, they only drop rag. And like I said, planks and rags are your currency in the game. You can dismantle rags into threads, and plenty of items require threads to craft, and so is planks or sticks. Usually either that or that. There's like or conditions, yeah. So yeah, we'll kill the zombie. Have we checked this? No, we didn't. Let's pick up that. Oh, the refrigerator. You see, no power, so there's probably some food here. Fantastic. Water. Beautiful. To start with the run, you need to pick up like everything, even some rocks on the ground, anything, because you got almost nothing. Unfortunately, this place got only 5 loot boxes, so to speak. Sometimes could be. Oh, I didn't find a map pieces or street map. Cannot show it right now. Oh, got the glove. So if I would get some kind of guide item or a map, the street map is one of the most valuable items in the game, simply because it basically allows you to scan the streets. There's like AoE circle. It's infinite. Don't be scared. It's not one-time use. If you have the item called street map, use it when before you go to the unidentified places. Like right now they're unknown. I have to risk going there. Yeah, I don't know. It could be anything. Just normal house, normal fortified house, normal whatever, or a special area. Special area is marked by yellow color, like special stores. Yeah. Again, we can go to help menu here. Places. All these places are usually special. Yeah. Some shops, stores, stations, bunch of other locations which got a very interesting bonuses, and there are more zombies usually too there because they're valuable locations. Yeah, your task generally involves trying to find as many as these special yellow zones as you can, because obviously you will be able to, like, convenience stores, obviously great source for the food, right? So at the start of the game, it's kind of like, you have this sector, you have like some kind of loot, so you don't really like, I'm just looting and skipping turn, like, okay, so that's the game. And you kind of, like, I could understand the sentiment, so, but the game definitely opens up to itself the more you get into the oh shit situation. The moment you realize that you have no more food, no more water, you're dying to zombies or some kind of, you're starting to experience fear, maybe at night, maybe you're not prepared to barricade your house, home area and things like that, because the nights are dangerous. The moment you actually start to feel that fear, this is where you get motivation to understand more survival mechanics, and you will be motivated to survive, try to win the game, get to the terminus or different endings. And then you start learning about the new mechanics, new items, once you find, and this is how the game progresses. And then you realize that you beat with this occupation, there's more occupation, there's different classes, different builds, different things you could have done, again, different endings, different scenarios you can play. Again, the scope of the game is massive. I'll show you again. But yeah, here's the thing about the windows. You can open them, break them, you can also try to go through them, which can risk a sprain, but very low. The windows at night, close them with regs if you have them. I have 2 regs, so let me show you. Just you can do that and cover them. And you can also barricade doors, but closing them is also enough. Barricading a door gives a huge HP fortification. You need hammer for that though, and a plank. So there is that. Why do you need that? Well, the cycle of the day and night is for the most characters. You don't want to be exploring at night because you don't see, you don't have any sources of light. Flashlight, lantern, the extremely rare items that need power and energy and stuff like that. It's gonna be luxury stuff. So unless you're playing a character like this officer guy, night officer, whatever, he got a perk to have night vision. Yeah, there's some chance you can get level up perk also on night vision, but again, even if you have one night vision, it's still dangerous. It's really scary to be at night. At night, increased aggro, increased stats, zombies, more dangerous zombies in general. You want to be staying at night inside the building, and this is why you need to barricade things, and ideally. But sometimes that's not enough, and you'll get attacked and stuff like that. Pro tip: there's always most of the buildings usually have locked things, but there's always usually one window or door that's going to be opened. You don't have to risk going through spraying, yeah, but or stuff like, or breaking, because breaking windows and doors costs durability of your weapons, yeah, and well, that could be a problem. Right, let's go to somewhere else. We don't have anything to do here. We can explore, maybe there's a car here, but I will just try to go here to this unidentified place. So when you move to a different zone, you generally want to have a lot of AP stored because of how costly it's to move. You don't want to be in a situation like, let's say you have 10 AP left, right? And I transition to this area. But what if there's zombie nearby? You will just potentially could lose instantly, especially if at night or a dangerous zone. So here we go, in a new place. So normally without some map assistance, we don't know what's up, but we need to see physically with our eyes what's on the borders of the map. If you do have information from street map or some guides, books, you will automatically see those locations of transfer to different sectors. Our primary goal is to scout loot. This open door. I mean, the window. Zombie. Oh, look at that. Zombie with 4 actions. Damn. At day. Unlocked. Well, let's try to go inside. Could get sprained, but hopefully not. Hopefully I will be able to show you some cool zombie types. There's a lot of... these are basic zombies, by the way. There's so many new types of zombies. Again, not even based on difficulty. Yeah, difficulty will make it even much worse, but... I will just leave it as... unless we see it's here in this presentation that I'm doing right now. Let's leave it as a surprise. What can you find? Oh, the book, intuition. As you can expect, the paper and books can be used as a fuel source, but I currently cannot start the fire. And if you're wondering how to start the fire, you need to craft a primitive fire starter, which costs 8 threads and 2 planks or 4 sticks, or 2 lumber even. Lumber is this item, by the way. So... yeah, then some items cost more to craft, like amount of work is how much AP you need to spend to craft. If you find furniture, you'll see as a bonus for sleeping. Reading tables gives you a reading bonus, very cool. You don't need to worry about maxing out hydration, satiety, and morale constantly, because yes, it gives you bonus to HP recovery, yeah, and a very little like AP benefit there. But if you have a damaged HP, yeah, it's worth doing this. Otherwise, I'll sort of keep forgetting to pick up. Hopefully, no zombie surprise here. Fast learning. Like these sound effects. Yeah, the music... oh, wow, fish are around, finally. Possible action fish. Well, we need to find a place for that. Wood glue condition. Ooh, that's a pretty rare item. We can fix condition with a combat knife if we are forced to. Great. Great find. Again, one recommendation that I repeat, but very important: don't exhaust all your AP, because who knows, maybe there's like a zombie besides this corner and they will aggro. And dirty water. Okay, we found unidentified place again, yeah. By the way, can I open the door from inside? I should be able to, yeah. Yeah. So again, you can go down and you can go anywhere, but remember, your job is to get in Terminus. Terminus is always here somewhere, not like here. But again, personal exploration, personal challenges. Again, the game is relatively, I would say, easy if you with these soldiers and firefighters, starting characters. I don't know. It takes a... well, you can die to some random bite, yeah, from the specific zombie types that are kind of secret. I don't want to spoil them. But generally speaking, yeah, on normal difficulty with these characters, you should not really even fail. So don't worry about that. But yeah, definitely try to still roleplay correctly. I mean, of course, follow the rules of the day and night and be inside the buildings. Don't explore at night. Just don't do crazy stuff, yeah. Don't do crazy stuff. So far, default zombies. No information about anything on a map, so we gotta kind of YOLO. So soon we're gonna get to the night, and we're gonna be preparing our stone. Hopefully there was a needle, which I don't care. Scrap, pretty good, but we can skip that too. Let's go up. Yeah, house. So far, not lucky. You can get some guides and street maps in your starting house. In fact, yesterday I streamed, and in my winning run on the hard again, well, I never died, yeah, you saw there on achievement screen. I got street map immediately, which again is a pretty crazy... oh, look at that lumber, number 2. We can actually craft now that fire starter. Oh. That icon is a special... that means it's a special zombie. Sheesh, alright. That icon is a special icon. I mean, what is a zombie, a special zombie? So this nimble zombies means he can dodge melee, which is bad. You can just kill the legs here, honestly, but we probably want to be sleeping in this place, yeah. Oh boy. Well, time to get trolled by RNG, I guess. Oh, you don't lose condition, by the way, if you miss. It's very convenient. I'll put you out of your misery. Not a single loot so far, man. Oh, opened. Huh. But yeah, we're getting also close to the danger zone, and there we probably need to go around it, but I will try to maybe go through it and show you some spicy stuff. Okay, we're getting low on some things. By the way, speaking of morale, I said that it's not important there, but at the start of the game you might need some minor sort. Well, we do have alcohol. Oh, yeah, it's preference alcohol, that trait. Okay, fair enough. We found. Never mind, we got plenty here. We cannot cook. We can cook some salads and that, but yeah, again, definitely. I broke that stick thing, but the lumber. But probably if I was playing like on Apocalypse right now, I would actually create that fire starter kit. Because, yeah, I mean, we're fine here. Speaking of food, they have water, plenty of water. Clean, yeah, it's all clean. What about the food? I have only potatoes. Actually, my food supplies are relatively low. Well, again, I would really like some kind of information about any locations. Like convenience store is gonna... Rotten Corpse gives you disease, unless you're desperate. Actually, I don't know. Maybe Corpse gives a really cool items, but there's a character trait you can have, like immunity to diseases, but it costs a lot of points and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have a condition like disease, bleeding, and others, you can technically heal it, even bleeding, while you're sleeping. But be careful, yeah. I don't know how you can heal infections yet, because I never got one. Yeah, it tells you about my gameplay skill level, I guess. Flexing. flexing. Zombies. You cannot attack. You need to first open. Yeah, we're low on the weapons too. The start of the runs could be spicy. Yeah. Oh, a guidebook for clothing stores. Of all the things I could have got I got a clothing store. Well, the clothing store at least might have some bags, but I mean, what's the point of bags right now? By the way, this is there's like 4 windows. I would rather block this section of the house. Yeah. Oh, oops. I wanted to close. There's no zombies here. I'll show the map. Oh, crafting recipe, fire starter. Oh, I wonder, crossbow, nice. Honestly, I kind of want to read this just to show you the recipes for that, but yeah. That sounds kind of nice. Again, you see, I'm still learning. Like, I haven't played that engineer character yet, so I haven't seen the entire list of... it's not like Swords of Stars the Pit, where your recipes are permanently recorded for your future runs. Every character you start from beginning. Oh, nice pillow. And work gloves is nice too. It's let's see, condition. This one is better. You can destroy them for materials, but I don't care right now. Representation here. Cereal, medicine. Okay, at least cereal. And now it's night. So normally characters have no night vision, and you need fire source or something like this happens. So during night, you see these passages here. The zombies can move. So normally during day, they cannot move through the area sectors. During night, they can. Not only that, but also spawn more. Jacket, vitamins, man, we're not really getting great items here. But that's the thing, gotta adapt. Sleeping near the rotten corpse kinda feels sus, but maybe the game will not even let me do that. We need to close these before we stop it. And again, the red zombies randomly, like if I do something and walk around, they might hear and start bashing the windows or doors. So there's no furniture, by the way, here. Well, we found a pillow at least. Okay, energy, satiety. So if you don't have alarm clocks and the digital items that can awaken you, you can... Yeah, you see no alarm clocks, it's a new feature, by the way. You can heal until your status elements are healed or energy. I'm gonna be doing that as function. You cannot stop sleeping. You wake up if you get damaged by something. And we got full energy, and there's still 5 hours for the night. Well, isn't that awkward? The pillar quality. I have a perk, deep sleep, so yeah. Well, I mean, 5 hours, 5 turns. Oh, I should have mentioned, it's not obvious enough. 1 turn is 1 hour. Core mechanic. But yeah, maybe I should finish up a gameplay segment here. Like, I mean, I didn't show some more advanced zombies, but what should I show you? Well, again, there's the foods, supplies, med, weapons, there's different tools, many tools, different type of clothing, different books, including pamphlets and guidebooks and the street map and many other parameters of other category resources like currency. There's also barter items. So yeah, let me just show you the content of the map areas, yeah, because this is technically a proper run. Yeah, I'm doing. And I need to complete this run now so that I don't get a death achievement, I guess. But yeah, okay. So let me go to the places here. So houses are normal. Fortified houses where you don't have a even picture because you cannot even enter them. It's like NPC controlled house that is fortified. You can only talk to the door or window. And there's a cool features. Definitely take advantage of that system of diplomacy and barter. Again, I cannot show you right now. I could have prepared some screenshots, but let it be surprised. It's really useful stuff. It's also a mechanic that forces you to go back to them because there's more quests and more items. They reset the loot every day. They could help you to survive. Great stuff. Church is a brand new thing with some funky stuff. You can explore these seats. And this one may contain some books, food or medicine. Clothing is also brand new. In my previous run, I was in one clothing shop. Well, there was certainly a lot of clothing. Electronics store is very good. Electronics finding with either materials or parts, PCBs, or actual working electronics. Fire stationery, you can find very powerful tools. Axes, firefighter axe is one of the best tools, I think, in the game still, and yeah, good place. Also, you can find the fire truck car here, yeah, the vehicle. Grocery store is one of your highest priorities things in a game. If you find a guidebook for the groceries, definitely unlock all of them because you need to know where they are. That's one of the best ways to get food. Gas station, obviously, well, some food and the gas. Gun shop, well, hopefully you'll find there. Sometimes you might get a gun shop without even like I don't remember if I talked about it, but bullets and guns are really luxury items. There's a game like I stream it a lot called The World of Horror. It's a very cool game too, of different kind. But in that game, the bullets and the ranged weapons are extremely premium. This game is same thing. It's extremely painful to get bullets, and well, if you got gun shops and stuff like that, you might get some. But guns also produce incredible noise, but the advantages of guns obviously range. There's also spears in a game that you can diagonally attack, by the way, otherwise you need to walk through zombies. But yeah, sometimes there will be like these hard locations where there's too many enemies and you don't have enough AP to deal with all of the zombies immediately, and yeah, guns could be your solution. Hardware store, hopefully some tools here. Library is insane, fantastic place for the books. All sorts of books, including pamphlets and guidebooks. Marina is the boats, it's for that ending. Well, and other places. There's a water here too, obviously. Military base, places high probability of finding weapons, ammunition. Again, probability. And they're really rare. Park, I seen screenshot of park. It's a good place to garden food and fish or get some fresh water. But I personally actually never seen one yet, so it's a new content, so I haven't seen some stuff yet. Pharmacy, cool stuff, finding medicine, yeah. Police station, this was usually the original location where you can get fine items, but they created the gun shop too. Yesterday I had a police station with no guns, classic, yeah. Barely anything useful actually I found there. But again, it's all random. Research center, I assume it's related to the hardest ending of the game. A vaccine creation. Very interesting to see how this goes, because you're probably gonna get attacked here by a lot, and it's like one sector or something. Restaurant, obviously good food potential, tools, pans, pots, and other things like that, yeah. Seaside fishing location, green stuff, cozy stuff. And the if you find on a map railroad, first of all, it's dangerous because it's not, there's no loot almost here, and it's there's a fence, and there's a bunch of zombies because of noise, I guess, the trains or whatever, they're chilling. So this is connected Terminus. So follow the rail tracks to reach Terminus. So this is a clue to, if you find on the map railworks, you can kind of like guess where the Terminus is gonna be. Well, I mean, look at my example again of map. You see there's a railroad starting from the beginning, and you can like go or trail it. There's tunnels, and then trail it to the terminus that is also visible. And that example, tunnels are a dark place to which railroad tracks pass, and terminus, of course, is a original win condition location. The easiest ending of the game. And that's not all, by the way, features of this game. I show you all the screens. There's another cool feature that I haven't talked about, and this is companions. So you saw the fortified houses and trading barter system, yeah, briefly I mentioned that. But the game also features companions, and if you can find another survivor, that is basically another character that you have to befriend, make him trust you, and if he trusts or she trusts you, they will join you as the what is that called in English? Autonomous character. Like they become a second playable character that you can fully control, and you don't have to be nearby being together. You can send second character. You can click them between, and you can every turn you can control each character from any distance. Yeah, obviously you can. The advantages of having multiple characters is nuts. Think about it. Multiple inventories, less issues with the wave. Of course, there's other problems too. More satiety, the hydration, and stuff like that. Yeah, you have to care for two people. But advantages of you can scout areas twice as fast. You can learn about areas. You can get the loot. Kind of like you can work as a team as survivors. That's great. And that's not the limit, guys. 2 characters is not even the limit. If you find more survivors, well, that's even better. Imagine, but yeah, you have to micromanage more per turn, but it's not that bad. Like I played, I have in my YouTube uploads of the couple of runs with multiple characters, yeah. So in early access build, but yeah, it's actually really exciting to play with multiple characters. It could be different build, also different occupation. But here's keep in mind this rule: if your main character dies, the entire run ends. Well, if it's permadeath, of course I assume. So if the secondary character dies, well, you can still continue. And again, there's more. You can stack more than 2 survivors per, your team of controllable characters. In fact, there's even achievements for that. And achievements for letting them survive long enough. So that's 2. But again, you have to get a lot of food, and this is why you need to know location of all grocery stores. You need to explore most of the map, basically. You need to... forget about Terminus at this point. You gotta probably go for different ending, yeah, if you're gonna be surviving a lot of days, yeah, obviously. And you can take advantage of a Terminus, because Terminus does, if you have a radio, they tell you location of supply crates, relief packages, and those relief packages usually have a lot of food and other medical items. So again, very useful stuff. So that is a feature. Oh yeah, I forgot I have the picture here of companion I prepared. Look at this screenshot here. So this is the example of the gameplay. You see there's 2 icons on the left. One, I'm currently selecting companion of my, and my other character on top is the icon is my main character. And both of the characters are on the same screen right now. You have the armor icon there, but I also, in this run that I took screenshot from, I will separate them too at some point, because it's a great thing. Exploring, stealing items, well, looting, I mean, and just so many advantages of being double the power, yeah. So yeah, that's about it on locations. Another thing I want to briefly mention is zombies, yeah, their conditions and attacks. So I explained the conditions, yeah, and how we can abuse it, but here's the cool thing. Here is the cool thing. If you destroy the zombies' legs and body, which is easier to do, you don't get as much damage as durability, you get rewarded with this condition, a limbless zombie that only, got the head and it couldn't move or really do anything, right? The tutorial, I think, explains that, but because I was in early access, I never got the tutorial for this. So you can use rag to put the head of the zombie inside of it and create a bag and basically toss it out and dispose of the zombie instead of killing the zombie permanently, because the zombie still blocks the passage as an enemy. So why is it relevant? Because later in the game, zombies will have armor, the items, which significantly increases their HP bars. And on top of that, the HP bars are also going to be higher, yeah, so it's incredibly frustration when... And the most common armor type is helmet. And you can connect the dots already why this is so important. So you can brute force the helmet armor and destroy most of your weapon durability and premium weapons that hit a head. Like, if you're not a combat specialist, if you're not playing as these fire soldier characters and these fighter-based characters, yeah, you will do very little damage, and you have to be also not be afraid to actually just completely ignore fights if possible, not even bother killing zombies or destroying their legs so they're extremely slow, and just deal with them that way, yeah. If they're, again, you have to look at how fast they are. You can probably run away. You're much faster as a player than any zombie. Your AP pool is much higher, so keep that in mind. But here's the cool thing about the helmet. Yeah, helmet armor zombies can be neutralized by using the rag mechanic. Go pick up that head, put it inside of the rag, and then you create a bag and then toss it out, and then you basically kill enemy that way, and then there's no issue with sleeping inside if there's still zombie like that being present. And yeah, I learned it yesterday when I was streaming because damn, that tutorial didn't pop out for me. My father started playing the game yesterday due to my recommendation. The game was out in early access, yeah. I recommended him to check out the game, and he also told me that, yeah, there was a tutorial pop out for that. Okay, great. So yeah, take advantage for different positions of zombies and their states. Again, you don't have to kill. Most of the time you get only raga and nothing else. You lose your precious durability, especially on the tools that you don't break, you know, like screwdriver, the pliers, like X. Well, X is a battle weapon too, but there's some valuable tools that you just don't want to really break, yeah. Or cooking pan, yeah, which is a great weapon, but you maybe not want to break it. And some weapons does extreme damage to legs, some weapons does head damage, but and you have to look at the stats. Yeah, again, the key to enjoy this game and getting most of the content is through reading the new item. You found it, you read it, and then you learn it and not forget hopefully what that item does. You already like, you will see like when you're looting items, you will see, oh, you found that knife again, okay, I know what that is. Oh, I found what the pliers can do in the game actually. Yeah, what is functionality of pliers. Like in this menu right here, once you get a lot of tools, including like fire starter tool and well, the pliers and axe, there will be different buttons unlocked. It's like these different actions, and new functionalities start appearing in the game. And that's, you might not find them in this run, you might not find them next run. That's the beauty that I've been mentioning earlier, yeah, about this game. So that's kind of like a lot of pro tips from me about how to survive zombies. Don't be like, don't be berserk and just try to kill every single zombie, and not necessary, yeah. And again, remember the rule about having always AP before you click and turn in case of emergencies, and you need to go somewhere when you transition new areas. The start is relatively unlucky. I'm in the third location. So far I'm blind. I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, this is actually pretty cool for me. It's since I'm an experienced player, extra challenge. But yeah, you get the 9 cycles again. You can see it's super scary. So how to see? You probably ask, what happens if I have to fight a zombie inside the house? Well, I will get. I can still feel them if they get close to me. Yeah, I can hear their noise, but I basically have to attack in air. Well, it's going to be a very low chance to hit them. I actually, maybe the penalty is different now. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I played last run with the character who had night vision, so it was different, their gameplay. But 90% of the characters basically start with the no vision. They can only see their own tile, yeah. So you can, if you had a big building here, like for example, I woke up too early because of my energy already being okay. If you saved some of these unexplored wardrobes, dressers, loot boxes, the couches, check out everything. Yeah, at night also, why not? You like, or you can read the books, which is kind of weird, like during night, yeah. But here's the thing: we can actually read the books. Yeah. Come to think about it, I wanted to show you this recipe thing, yeah? You have learned... you one at a time fire starter, so this is like a better quality, I guess. Let's see what the fire starter... it's proper one. Fire making tool that consists of pieces of metal that can create sparks. Dexterity effects. 8 scrap... Oh, 8 scrap metals. Okay, that's gonna take a while to collect. Do I get a new recipes or only those one... only 3 ones that I have. Screwdriver recipe, so screwdrivers can be crafted. And crossbow. And then you can toss the book out, or you can use it as a fuel source. Yeah, just out of interest, I'm checking what is a crossbow. String reduce AP cost, slow range, requires more AP to attack. Nails, threads, planks, any hammer. Nah, hammer could be a problem. And also I got unlocked. I forgot already. It's a screwdriver, yeah. Where is it? It's not marked by the... alphabet here. It's kind of like a you can see medicine items, those shift on knives here, like other tools. They're kind of classified as by filter. Maybe you can even. Nah, it's my personal categories. When I played the game in early access, there was different menu. It was less cool, and there was less filters. So they definitely improved the game in that regard. I haven't actually even talked about differences between early access and full version. Scrap metal or plastic stick. Okay, makes sense. Hammer. Yeah, okay, there we go. But yeah, you can always find something to do at night still if you still plenty of time or you need to fight off. But yeah, you don't have to fight at night without any vision. It's a severe penalty there. At least it was like that. So great, we're getting close to the end of this video review. Again, it's already like 1 hour 30 minutes, but check out my other reviews like Chrono Arc or other. They're usually like that. It's one take. I gotta show you on live, kind of like as much as I can gameplay, explain the things, tips. So I hope you guys appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, it's longer than, you know, your well-edited 10-15 minute thing, or but it depends on YouTubers also. Some YouTubers actually do 6 hour long in some documentary review type of things. Yeah, it's entertaining too. There's usually like multi-month production projects, though, not me here, like launching OBS and trying to record through the one take and making a bunch of screenshots and putting them on a, you know, the screen to have some kind of cool illusion of editing. All right, well, if I didn't hype you up for this game, well, again, I didn't really show that much, like I haven't even got to any special occasion. But yeah, you gotta survive, you gotta hype yourself up, you gotta have enough food or other things and see if you can actually make it. And here is your motivations. Let me show you now the beauty, the scope of the game, the content of the game, replayability of the game. Oh, by the way, if I click new game, this is gonna discard my continue. Oof. Well, actually, I'm not sure if this counts as death. I mean, if you start in the game, it doesn't disappear. Well, I guess it could disappear, but actually, I want to test that. Does that count as death? Oh, it doesn't count as death. Nice. Yes, I'm still no deaths. Well, yeah, I honestly wanted to continue that. Oh, wait, it still exists. Oh, wait, you can still... Wait, it still exists. So unless I actually start the game... Okay, got it. That's cool. Good shout out to Def on that one. Anyway, so look at this. 15 different occupations, aka classes, and they're not exactly copy-paste or anything. Like, they have starter... Some have starter items, some not. Some have unique perks, some not. Some have unique traits, some not. Some have unique actions, some not. So you gotta read through each of them and see what their strong thing is. That's just occupation. You want to win at least once for each, yeah, in a game, right? Then you want to, I guess, unlock all the traits too, because if your completion is right, but that's just like a account leveling thing. The most important thing is there's multiple difficulties for you to tackle, different scenarios for you to tackle. Sandbox for custom playthroughs. And if that's not enough for you, let's go to this menu and so many challenges / achievements through those things. Collect when, well, some of them are silly, ridiculous, or really hard, frustrating. Takes a lot of time. Yeah, I was discussing these achievements on stream last time and how to do them, but yeah, I probably will. Well, you can achievement hunt on any difficulty or whatever, yeah, parameter, but I personally will not use the sandbox mod to make it even easier or whatever. So now let me show you again. Occupations. 6 endings. This Terminus ending is the simplest, easiest ending to get. The safest, the fastest ending, and the most kind of like it's the canon default ending of the game, the name of the game. If you want extra challenge and difficulty, go ahead, try to do the last 3 challenges, 2 endings. Like the boat and helicopter is still dangerous, more dangerous than Terminus, but from what I gathered information, it's not as crazy as these 3 endings. So again, this is vaccine, this is conquering entire map, basically, kind of ending. This is crazy, and this is unite all. That is ending. You basically need to complete insane amount of quests for the fortified houses diplomacy screen until you get ally with them and join them, and that's how you get ending. This ending sounds ridiculous. This ending, I don't know. For some reason, it costs the highest amount of experience to get as achievement, and in the Steam database right now, this ending got the lowest percent of the people achieved. So I assume it's pretty hard or inconvenient or extremely long or something, or anything combined. So yeah, I'm just saying that replayability is crazy for such a small game from basically solo indie dev here, especially at the beginning of the game. I mean, there's some other people here in the Long Play Studios, yeah, maybe some friends, maybe some other people, localization people, early access supporters. That's the Steam pack you could have bought in early access periods for extra. It's basically give money to devs. Wait, isn't that the name of the... Wait, developer, why are you inside early access support here? Or it's a joke? Maybe it's a joke, somebody else. Basically, you spend like, what, 20 or 30 currency to give devs, and that DLC does nothing except that you can write a name, and the developer, if it's a appropriate name, they will put it here in the credits. You'll not find me here, but I hope that developer remembers me about my QA feedback and the game name change thing. And who knows, maybe they're lurking my streams watching, maybe they'll watch this video too. There's the credits for the sound effects. So, the final verdict of the game. My final verdict of the game is gonna be... BAM! Helmet Zombies out of 10. Yeah, I'm one of those channels that does quotation marks funny rating systems for reviewing. But yeah, the zombie helmets are gonna be, let's just say, if you play this game enough, that'll be your tilt. One of the tilts. There's I haven't spoiled some brand new types of zombies that are introduced in recent versions, and then of course there's specific one type of zombie that is extremely dangerous, that theoretically you might lose the entire run on permadeath just because of something you were not prepared for. And yeah, I don't know how to not spoil anymore what it is, but there's the one zombie that is very, very dangerous. Luckily, it's usually sleeping, unless you wake it up. So again, the negative things about this game, I couldn't even find anything to complain to outside of the documentation availability for the game. I don't know if the developer cares for this or wants to improve it, at least in game. The community on Discord potentially shares some information. Like, here's the thing about the community of the game, yeah? If you stream this game, if you're like a 2-digit, 3-digit streamer, if you stream this game on Twitch, you will be top 1 worldwide streamer for this game. Because, I don't know, like the quote-unquote mainstream variety streamers that are usually covering games and putting a lot of spotlight for those type of things, they don't really seems too interested in this one. And we're not even talking about sponsor thing or not. I haven't checked actually on YouTube if the big YouTubers are covering this game, but I assume some do because the game got some crazy sales and there's thousands concurrent players already on Steam, and it grows. On the weekend, it might even grow more, considering how good games are right now released. And there's this Wukong, yeah, the Chinese huge hit, and a few other things. So you would expect some games would drop, but no. I mean, once again, congratulations, huge success, and support pack probably helped quite a bit, a lot too. And yeah, clever stuff. Like you can see, there's not much investment into music, and not much. The sound effects are used from various places. Yeah, so clever usage of assets, and again, not super complicated pixel arts. Some people might not enjoy like art style of this game, but again, come on, this is not ASCII art. It's not retro. This degen thing that's like try to play games that. You know, the roguelikes with the ASCII, and then come back to Terminus, Zombie Survivor. Like, you know what I'm talking about. It's just unfortunate consequence of visual. Like streaming and playing these games on YouTube is extremely hard and frustrating. Like Cogmind, for example, yeah, or Caves of Code, which are fantastic games, but they're because of their visual, presentation is just the viewers are not engaged too much. They don't understand what's happening on screen, and they have to be like super babysit / explained everything in order to, and just forget about zoomers and younger audience if you have that too, if you're gonna try to do these kind of things. But yeah, I don't want to make this video any more longer. Here's my review. Check out the playlist for more reviews if you're liking the style of things and my content in general. I'm TorNis, I'm the hardcore guy. Got some crazy world records. First world clears of hardcore achievements within XCOM's, Terraria, and random games that you might never heard about. I'm well known on Twitch for playing tactics strategy games on highest difficulty possible, Iron Man if it's in a game, and stuff like that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of cool games that fall into my category, especially this year and the last. We're getting a lot of the flow of the tactics games is increasing, and I'm just one man. I don't have any other people behind me. I don't have managers. I don't have other clones, TorNis clones. I'm just one guy who's trying to complete some games, and yeah. There's infinite games, and it's just I constantly have a backlog, and I try to do my best to bring you more first impressions videos, reviews like this one. Yeah, I'm not every game I play and enjoy. I do actually these super in-depth reviews, like I did for Chrono Arc and this Terminus Zombie Survivors. It just you see, there's this thing where why would I do that when I can just stream, for example, yeah, and have some fun on stream instead. But yeah, offline content is also important. And again, if you give me a chance to for the future to show you some more goodness in that regard, genre, and cool experiences and tactical strategy games, I'm the channel for this for sure. And I'm variety. Yes, I do upload various games. Some of the games you might not enjoy, but it's okay. You can obviously skip watching things you don't like and come back to the good stuff. Yeah, that's the life of the variety content creators. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, write down in the comments. I will help you out. Again, don't be shy. It's not exactly top 10 tips video. Yeah, I try to include as much as information as I can. And good luck in your runs. And this game is one of those games that you can easily, like, usually that's not the thing that reviewers should do on Twitch, like come to the chat and demand some game to be played. Why you're playing that game? and stuff like that is usually some channels ban you for that, yeah. But if you come to my stream live and say, TorNis, how about you play a Terminus a little bit, like 1-2 rounds, I'll be honestly I will be honored that you know this game, you remember this game, and you want me to play this, because this is such a quality product. I definitely want to come back to it when I have some free time, yeah. And there will be definitely a compliment / honors for me to do more content for it. And you can expect in the near future I will be uploading runs again for this game. Not everything probably, because there's obviously a lot of hours of, you know, like yesterday I did a run on the hard difficulty. It was very long stream, and I'm not gonna upload that one. But yeah, maybe a couple, some very hard character challenges on Apocalypse and other things like that. Alright, I'll see you next one. Enjoy the Terminus Zombie Survivors. And thank you, developers, for making this fantastic product. I'll see you next time.